Hey guys, welcome back to episode 16 of the Tolan Ticket. I am Tolan Lichty alongside my co-host Justin Price, the priest.
What's the big fella?
I'm the big fella. And today we are somewhere special.
We are in Missouri at the Coaches off of 435 is the actual race. So we're going to go off quickly here with our start sits for week number 2. Tolan, you started off with our quarterbacks.
Yeah, ticket 1 we're going to go position by position, just our starts. Yes. And then ticket 2 we'll talk about sits. We'll be a little quicker than last time though, and then we'll explain in detail online on Twitter and Facebook site /the Tolan Ticket. I'll start it off with my start of the week. It's an obvious one, and I put obvious by it. Everyone's going to start Peyton Manning, but he's going to have a righteous week. I love the Chiefs.
I mean, as much as we should just go ahead and mourn on this defeat, but I mean, it's going to be atrocious.
Barring a miracle, the dude's going to have 4 touchdowns and 350 plus yards. But he's my number 1 start of the week.
And I'm going to go with Carson Palmer. The Giants secondary gave up 350 some yards to Matthew Stafford, so I don't see why that's going to stop anytime soon on that. Obviously, Arizona's wide receivers, I think, might be better all around than the Lions, even though they have Stafford and Calvin Johnson.
This is a special occasion. This is back-to-back weeks. We have Carson Palmer at the start of the week.
Okay.
All right, we'll go a little faster here. And when you speak a little louder, my sleeper stardom is Tom Brady, Patriots.
Is he really a sleeper?
This week, I mean, people have him between ranks 8 and 15 on their charts, and they're playing the Vikings this week. Who had a great week. Sure. But I think if you're questioning starting him because of his bad week, don't. If you drafted him early,
in my opinion.
Exactly, you drafted him early to start. All right.
Now this is a real sleeper, Jake Locker. Based on his performance against the Chiefs, I don't see why that's going to stop against the Cowgirls there. Kaepernick, I believe, had like a 125 passer rating, which is insane for a below-average quarterback like him. So I don't see why Jake Locker's season will stop anytime soon at that position. So
he's got such great receivers too, even if he passes poorly.
Oh, your Hearns fella there. We'll talk about that.
We'll talk about Alan Hearns and guy stuff, and then we'll also eat crow for our starting sims for last week. My last quarterback's Tony Romo. He's another guy too. Terrible week 1, but don't count him out. He's got a pretty decent matchup against Tennessee this week. Alex Smith did terribly, but Alex Smith had no receivers last week. I think Romo's going to bounce back. You know, the entire week of self-deprecating and crying in his bed, peeing himself.
Him and Jason Witten.
He's going to bounce back.
Yeah.
Jason Witten as well, peeing himself. We can't say pissing. There's a small child.
Let's switch this up to running backs now. I'm going to go with
running backs.
I'm going to go with just the Jets running backs. Reason why, I mean, obviously Chris Johnson.
Either of them, right?
And Chris, yeah, I mean, you don't want to start both of them, but I hope you wouldn't have both of them. But if you're in the flex deeper leagues, CJ's a must start at the flex, I believe. Ivory could work if you're in a little deeper of a league.
Yeah, Ivory looked good. Big run last week.
The Green Bay's rush defense looked atrocious, especially Marshawn Lynch tearing them up on Thursday Night Football. But Marshawn Lynch is a little bit different, the caliber running back.
Turbin looked good too.
Yeah.
The whole team. Start a Jets running back. I got 3 guys here really quick. Monte Ball's my super stud. This is back-to-back weeks. I have running backs and quarterbacks on the same team and I start them. But that's just how bad the Chiefs' defense is, losing both their starting middle linebackers and their end, not Danny DeVito. Mike DeVito.
Well, let's go with Danny DeVito for the
well, let's call him Danny. I got Frank Gore as my last sleeper because, start him as a flex or RB2. Have a big matchup.
Hyde obviously is showing some skills, so that's, yeah.
Well, and my deep sleeper, I have Justin Forsett. I think they're going to give Pierce the chance Thursday to carry the load.
I agree.
But I can still see Forsett as a 3rd down back. This is in deeper leagues, probably you'll start him, but he's still going to have 50 to 75 all-purpose yards, and then maybe a touchdown.
Can we stay on this real quick?
Yeah.
Since we're talking about the Ravens, would you go ahead and drop Ray Rice, or you think maybe we keep it reinstated, he gets signed with another team, or we can talk about guy stuff? Let's guy stuff that.
Well, no, yeah, we'll guy stuff it, but I don't think he's going to be reinstated this season. We'll guy stuff that.
Go ahead and do wide receivers. I'll
do wide receivers first really quick. I think you'll agree with the first one. Demaryius Thomas is my super stud of the week. He had a bad week last week, but he's a big, great player this week, great ad. In daily leagues, too, look for him to break out against the Chiefs. They never do well against number 1 receivers.
Let me segue into that. I have every single Broncos wide receiver start. That includes Caldwell.
Even Andre Caldwell.
Sanders, start him if you have him. Flex, obviously, for Caldwell if you got him. Don't go out and drop him and pick him up. I mean, you could, but it's for 1 week. Probably not worth it.
Burping everywhere.
And here's your other wide receivers.
I have a Golden Tate. I think last week Calvin Johnson found the end zone 3 times. I think Golden Tate will be the one who finds the end zone this week. I look for Matt Stafford to look for him. I also have Kelvin Benjamin again. I think he's just the best receiver in Carolina. He's going to produce every week.
Cam the man.
I think Cam likes him. Derek Anderson likes him. Start him. Okay. Tight end, you go first because mine's pretty obvious. The first
Let me go back to my wide receivers.
Of course.
I'm so high on Matt Ryan, it's not even funny. So I have Devin Hester and Harry Douglas. Reason why Cincinnati was torched by Joe Flacco. And Joe Flacco is a very subpar quarterback. And obviously Matt Ryan is on the top of his game right now. #1 scoring in week 1. But
and these are like your sleepers, though,
these
right?
are very much my sleepers. Don't ever, mine's are not must starts. They're deeper league sleepers. But if you have a start, obviously Julio Jones, Roddy White, must starts. They're top 10 wide receivers this week in my book.
So then maybe 16-man leagues and deeper. That's when you're going to look at Hester possibly and Douglas and flex. Even though I don't like Hester at all this year, but Douglas I can see him doing some more damage. Tight ends will go pretty quick. I got 2 guys. Jimmy Graham start every week, but especially after a down week.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
Never had consecutive bad weeks from his fantasy standpoint in my recollection.
In his life. And against the Browns, they're going to have to pass a little bit at the beginning of this because the Browns offense looks all right. I got Travis Kelce's my sleeper. I don't even know if I like this pick as a Chiefs fan, but they're going to have to pass this week. And if they want to do anything, they're going to be looking at Bo, Fasano, and Kelce. And I think Kelce's the one that might break out and emerge for a touchdown within the 10.
And I have Greg Olsen as well. Reason why on that one, obviously he was targeted 11 times last week. I don't see why that can't continue. Cam's back. Anderson obviously really liked him, so I don't know. There wasn't much of a chemistry there, but Cam the man, horrible.
He had a lot of targets though. 10 plus targets from Anderson.
I don't think Detroit's defense is really that good. I mean, they shut down the Giants, but the Giants are awful. So
yeah,
I see the same week as Greg Olsen again.
They struggle with the tight end too historically. So I'm gonna go really quick here, wrap things up with our starts. I'm gonna go with the Bucs defense. Who are they even playing?
Rams?
Oh, the Rams. Sean Hill, Davis, whoever goes at quarterback. It's going to be a long day for the Rams, long season. Bucs easily my start. And then kicker, I don't like to do kicker, but I'm going to do it again. Because last week, Mike Nugent, my starter of the week, he had like 20 points in most leagues.
Yeah.
18 points. So we're going to see if we can keep this kicker streak going. I'm going to go Cody Parquet.
Parquet.
Eagles kicker. He's going to have a huge week.
Good.
Because I don't think they're going to score as much against the Colts touchdown-wise as they want to. What are we looking at time-wise, man?
I think we're that's all I got for the start. So we rolling on segment 2.
We went quick.
Sits.
No, we'll break it off here. That was our starts for episode 16 of the Tolan Ticket, and it's almost time for sits, so stay tuned.